Hello, folks. I am doing what I've been doing for a few days now. Not just standing in this field, but cutting grass. Got some new equipment. That was exciting for a little while. Loud new equipment. But yeah, at this point, he does that. Not sure of his name even. And I sit in that little blue tractor over there. Follow him around. Anyway, it's been a grind, and get over to my little blue tractor. Yeah, I got this guy going. Let's hop out here for a second to start the episode. Give you a little update. You can see at this point we are entering this silo, and it's got over 200,000 still in there. So hopefully that's 100 grand's worth. Let's see, since it's the one thing that has a price on here, let's pull this thing out that I haven't hardly used. Yeah, 478. Oh, my Chrome X is slipping. Yeah, I hate when he does that. Yeah, he just gets into this turn right here. And that's it. You know, he's not smart enough to figure it out. But really wish you could, change the turning radius, get them to turn to the right a little bit before they turn to the left. Kind of experimenting with different. So let's. Oh, there you go. It's a pretty cool little operation there. And this guy actually does a pretty good job of chasing him. This guy does a good job of chasing him. It's just this tractor, this T6, is just too small for this trailer. Get a better view this way. You fill that up with 50,000 pounds or liters or whatever's, and it's just too much. You can't get up over any of the humps, so you're better off just chasing yourself. 84%, so might as well head down there. The other thing to note is, and I messed up a little bit because I went to dump into the silos, and I made a mistake. I think it was just eating the silage. I tried to dump it in the end because it was so hard to get up. I had to do like a running start thing with this tractor. So bottom line is, I dumped some on the ground, but I got over 500,000. Control's not set, but it's not that hard. This guy dumps so fast. That it's by the thousands, not by the hundreds. I don't have to keep speed with it too. So yeah, I don't think this guy pretty much gets double. Not quite double, because I was getting like 350,000 for the fields. And now it's like I'm getting in the ballpark of, I got 500. I'd guess I probably would have got like 520, 530,000. So yeah, that should be an increase in our income too. If we look at our, I don't know if this pauses the game or not, but if we look at our balance here, yesterday we sold 534,000 worth. And I'll bet you that'll even go up today. The silo that the guy's emptying now has only got 300,000 in it, and that was the grass worth, the grass, all three fields. Yeah, so there we go. I'm glad you guys that are watching this are sticking with me. Like I said, it might not have been the smartest YouTube thing to do it in hard mode. Certainly if it was an easier mode, normal mode would be a lot, good amount easier. Let's just put it that way. One thing I like about that setup too is I could chase them any which way, so you know, it doesn't matter. He outputs to both sides with that setup. Like I said, you can get it for Modhoster. It's been a long time since I downloaded it. Oh, yeah, is that the whole update? Yeah. Oh, I did, when I was fast forwarding time, I got a contract. And before I knew it, I wasn't recording and ended up failing on the contract. So I went across the whole entire map, and then I had to wash the truck, and this little truck couldn't make it up the hill, and kind of wish I did record it for you. It was certainly more interesting than most of what's happened here. So next time I decided that I'd do a contract, I'll come at least record it, even if I don't air it, because it was just boring. Yeah, so that was a mess. This guy down to the silo. And this has been the story of it. You know, obviously I'll go do other things, watch YouTube videos, or I've even gotten some laundry done. Gotta watch with the laundry though when I'm recording, because you can hear the buzzer. And like I said, this guy doesn't do it like the course play, you know, works as well as course play works. But this tractor it's just not making it up. And I thought even if I just did one silo, it would do the first couple runs through that silo. But, you know, there's no reason to, it just would barely make it up the one we have now. Which is what, like 40% full or something? I'll show you. See, I make it up because I do this like Evel Knievel. Nah, this isn't too bad right now, but you know, I do this Evel Knievel jump. There it goes. Woo! And then it just gets his butt up there. So, no doubt a bigger tractor, but I talked about that enough, I think. And so I'll just keep, you know, we're getting there. I want to get that field. And then the next thing I'll know, I'll buy a tractor. And we're getting there. The slow part now is just becoming, the slow point now is just to wait on the silage and wait on filling the silage. I've been compacting a little bit as I go. One time I didn't. It took quite a while. You can actually make a course play course for this, by the way. I don't usually do it. One with a trailer, but it's not too hard. Now that I say something, I guess I kind of have to. Let's go take the trailer off. Just put it over here so he doesn't get in the way of the other guy. Doesn't really matter which direction you face, we'll just face in. What you want to do, what you want to do is come onto your pile and go up a little bit, you know, like 3 or 4 tractor lengths, something like that, from the, you know, ahead of, you know, onto it. And then, you know, we're just going to do a back and forth course. We're going to hit start course recording. And we're going to drive up. Hopefully you can get to where you see that third dot. Third dot's always important. Yep, see, there's the third dot. So then go ahead and hit the reverse. Start back, then back them up. And the trick, if there is a trick, is to come back. You got to come back past this start point. Doesn't matter too far. Don't go too far because the tractor doesn't tend to stop real well going backwards. So now I put it back in forward drive mode. Just go forward a little bit. You don't want to go past that marker. And you can stop it. And then we'll say drive course, nearest waypoint. And if all goes well, I see that guy's slipping. I'll pop over there real quick. So there you go. I might as well just save this too. Then I got it. So this is going to be Silo 1 Compact. And it should work for the other tractor too. Yeah, as long as you don't go too far and then they fall off the edges, you're pretty much okay. Alright, so let's go see what stupid crow is doing. Stop playing. So this field's just, you know, not flat enough. So when things happen. This might be a little similar situation. Yeah, see, if I can put these on differential, say it makes all the difference, but I don't know of any way I can do that with my buddy driving. Alright, I got the four-wheel drive on, which I don't know if these have four-wheel. So let's come back to this guy. How's he doing? Yep, so he's got 100% compact. That wasn't really worth making a course for that little bit of compaction, but hey, now we have one. So yeah, in the past, I think there was about 10,000 from the last one. I went over, so I had 5, even with my little mistake on dumping. Oops, I had 10,000 in that one, so you can see I have like 220,000. Where before I was getting like 130 for the 2 field, so I don't doubt if by the time this is done, I'll have twice as much. Close anyway. So it was worth buying this for that reason. It wasn't really a part of the plan, I guess. To me, something like that could be argued to be a bit cheaty. I know some equipment is more efficient than others, but I'm not so sure that that's would justify double. But hey, I didn't invent it. Just taking advantage of it. Yep, there we are, back again. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. If you look, we're still just have the same fields. You can see some dark spots possibly in 13. That's where I miss. So even with some of the missing that this guy's doing, he still gets more. This is the field we're in now. And like I said, yeah, I tried to course play it, and the course play, it worked well enough, but he just kept getting stuck on the thing. So by the time he did his normal field stupidity, and then he got stuck on the silos, it's not like I have that much else I want to do. I mean, there's a lot of little things I could do, spend on, you know, some money here for a trailer or this or that, but I'm just trying to stay focused. So these episodes should be a little bit dry until I get some money saved up for another field. And then they'll still be probably a little dry until I get some money for a tractor. Nah, at some point here, it's going to pick up. I have a feeling I'll get this this course play worked out with better equipment. So yeah, my best bet was my first attempt, to be honest with you. Shift 5 and 6. Drive control. Yeah. sometimes you pick up the wrong trail there and it goes the wrong direction. Go back the other way or something. But there we go. So hopefully that's the last time he gets stuck. There's not that much more of this field to go. Yeah, this guy's my lookout. He's just sitting over here. If you guys followed, you may have noticed that these fields grew very irregularly. And there's little doubt in my mind it's because I was updating I was skipping time at 120 ticks per second, ticks per minute, whatever that 120 means. And at that point, the fields, I think it's the next hour ticks before the field has a chance to go through its full. So I sit here and I wait, and as soon as I see it changing, I turn the speed down to 1 and then let all the fields update, and I haven't had that problem again. So looking at the 2 barley fields, way in the distance up there is there you go, slipping again. Come on, buddy. He gets himself good and stuck, too. I gotta put these differentials on. Not sure if it'll make a difference. And I don't like sitting in that one because it's so loud. Oh, I did want to show this. It expired? No. I should actually go and take advantage, show you this. So it's actually why I started recording now as opposed to any other time. We have this contract, and I'm going to just click right here, and I could put it off, and that's what I chose to do this time. Unfortunately, there's just no way I'm going to get that corn. I mean, I only have warehouses. I only have, where is it, 40,000, 47,000. So I don't have any planted. So what I'll do is, cancel the contract. So now, I'm not sure if, how that would work, but I just don't see any way I would really be able to do it. This guy's slipping every time. He wasn't this bad before. I think I'll go back to fewer. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with anything, but I had less. What do you call it? Headlands cut around the thing, so I'll go back to 2. We only stopped like once or twice. So it doesn't hurt to turn the machine on. Alright, well, yeah, as much as I'd like to do something else, we're just really shooting for this field. I think I can't click on that anyway. I'd like to get field 9, but we'll see if I need more status or not. Hop over there. Is it after 8 o'clock? Oops. It's only 6:27. So it'll be a little while before he opens up again, but this is a quieter place to sit. So I will leave you here for a few minutes. I'll come back. This sort of short, but again, just a bit of an update on what happened, which really not much other than failing that contract. Probably the biggest event in the race across the whole map. I mean, I literally failed it. I was in the yard ready to drop it off. I couldn't find the location. I had like 15 seconds to go. So it would have been high drama. So that's one of those YouTube noob things, because I guess that's what I still am. So, well, I'm going to go take care of Mr. Big Crone X. I might as well just cut the thing myself at this point. Plus, I can clean up some spots he misses. Alright, well, I'll cut it there, but I should be back very shortly. Guys, I'm back. It's actually quite a while later since the last time I showed you. I think it was 6 in the morning or something when we recorded the first bit of this episode. Now it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, almost 5, and I have been busy. I've got most of these fields harvested. I'm trying to do both, so bouncing back and forth, and I really don't quite have enough time to chase both fields manually, and so that just really makes me want to have a tractor that much more. But I'm sitting up here in the town grass field, and over the last few times that I cut this, I was really losing a good amount on the edges. Like when I, so I thought, well, let me take this opportunity to show anyone how to set up a grass cutting field. And this field doesn't have a number, so when it comes to doing field work, you can't just say, hey, number 10 or whatever. So what you have to do is more or less just go around the course. And like I said, I had done this before. One other thing I want to do is set up my GPS so I don't run over this fence. Oops. Let's see if we can't get that a lot smaller. Okay, so let's do it this way. So we just want about the width of the tractor. It doesn't really matter as long as I have a straight line that I don't hit the fence with. Let's just try that. So see what I did? I just brought it down. I don't have any implement for it to measure off of. And if you can see that red line, it's pretty darn close to the fence. Now, it's you'd see the orange dot ahead of me is off of the fence, so it's not going to go with the right edge of the tractor. It's going to go with the middle. So we want to kind of be pretty darn close. Now it looks like I might even be able to cheat it over this way. Let's see. Hopefully that's not too... yeah, let's just see. I think we might get away with that. Alright, so let's just start. Put ourselves in. It doesn't matter which speed you do this. Take your time. This is just an outline. It's not a course you would ever drive. So hopefully cutting close to that tree is not going to be a problem. So that's why I did this. Now, the rest of the field I won't worry about too much, but when I get to these corners, I don't... The corners are a bit of a pain anyway. Like I said, I feel like I was missing the way the course play generates. You end up with a mess in the corners anyhow. And for that reason, when I come up to here, not even going to bother trying to go like the last time I tried to run into that. And this, by the way, see how I kind of planned it, that I set up my GPS mod to like kind of see the line that I'm going to, so if you see what I mean. So yeah, I'm not going to try to cut the corners too square. Comes to things like this tree, I'll cut it pretty darn close. Because again, it's going to take the middle of the tractor, not the edge. So now that I got a little extra room, I can even stay out like over here. Eventually, I'd like to cut those trees down. There's 3 of them around the edge of this field, but I ran out of license and couldn't really justify it. Now, the same thing's happening over here. Like, I don't know how much I want to go off into this corner, though it is doing better than it did on the other corners, on a truly square corner. But we'll see. Why don't we just take it on into here? It wasn't cutting over here before, just because it's sort of nicely rounded. Like this one, I'll kind of even go. I don't want to go up on the road too much because I don't want to hit an implement on there. this guy. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't cause a problem, but he should be okay. Let's go through a tiny bit. Alright, you just don't want to overlap too much here. As long as it's close, Horseplay will figure it out. So I'll just stop it right here. And I'm going to save that as town field outline V2. Alright, so there we go. So now, spin this guy around and get him ready to go. Ooh, missed. This other guy's way. And there's my harvester ready to restart. I sort of stopped him. He's having too much stress. Alright, so now this guy, what I want to do is get rid of his old course, come over here, town field V2. Let's move that up to our grass operations town and move him in there. So Chase Town, grass field outline. So this was the last one, V2. So I'm just even going to get rid of that one so I don't confuse myself later. So that's why I put the V2, whatever V is the last one. So we're going to load that course up, come over to here. You know, I've been using the 6.2. It seems to do okay, and I'm not sure if it helps the guy not get caught as much when he spins, but so we are in the southwest corner of this field. We are going to go to the east. I'm going to try two. The reason I sigh is, I'm going to try two outlines. I want to go this way. It doesn't really matter. I think the two outlines cause me as little problems as anything else. So I'm just trying to play with this, hoping that as the guy turns around, he's got as flat an area as possible. So you can see how he leaves a big mess in the corners. Let's get this guy unfolded, hitting the M key. I'll show you the helper. So M opens up this bunker. And then if we G back to the main equipment and hit B, it's just like any other harvester. Alright, so we'll get this guy going. And so the whole point of that was hopefully to, of course, hope he heads in the right direction, spinning this back around. So he always spins it to the outside and into the area that wasn't cut. When I was chasing, I had some issues, but let's see what happens. Let's really make sure around this tree. Makes it around this tree. See how he's still, like he's not even cutting all the way to that edge. So like I said, when I looked at this before, when I got done cutting, I'm pointing with my finger, there was a good amount all the way around the edges that it kind of left. So I wanted to widen that as much as possible. And the other thing, while we were together, I wanted to take a look at is show you what's going on with the BGA after another hour's worth of work. A few hours, oh, not hours, many hours. So we got this bunker he's working on emptying. It was at 500. This one's got 500. Where are we at? Halfway, ready to go. So that seems to be the trend when, when one is ready to start unloading, the other one's halfway, and I just set this one, so that'll be the next one after that. But the good news is at this moment, not counting that one's a little bit, we got 3 full bunkers, which should represent 750,000. And we're not quite done with the grass. We won't get too much extra off of that, but we got another 50,000 in here. So let me jump over to this guy before this closes. I want to double check the price. I haven't had any offers to buy any fields. So let's come over here. Like I said, we'd buy field 19 when we have 420,000. But we don't have 420,000. I was hoping we had enough. I know we're getting close. So this, look up in the sky. Now look over here. This other one has the time. Or does it? Yeah, 8 to 18. So we still have, we're almost coming up on 5 o'clock, 1,700 hours. So we still have another hour. So this guy should, we should sell enough to, we should be able to sell enough to get up to that 420, and then go and buy that field. I may, just since we're not ready right now, I was more interested in showing you the, this course play bits and pieces. I'll close that off. So other than that, I'll just jump around, and I've been keeping an eye on my glance mod there, and this guy's up to 28% full, so this guy has some in him. What was I doing? So in my other, I was just using this little guy and the wagon to try to chase both. I think if I had a little bit bigger wagon here, I could probably get away with it, but by the time I run the chaff from the fields all the way over, and this harvester doesn't hold a whole lot, 4,500, so the timing of it just wasn't good enough to really count on doing this. You can see I only have a little bit left, so I'd like to get it finished up. And I wouldn't worry too much about raking it. That I can stop and start whenever. Alright, get that guy unloaded and start it up again. Maybe we'll put a bid on the field, and in the meantime you can watch what I've been doing for a few days. It's easy for me to get kind of almost stressed out about this, trying to chase two. That's why I just said, what, I'm going to stop it. It's not, it's not like it's that big a deal. Field a little bit. Of course, buddy. Guy's getting kind of filled up, and might as well get this guy down the other end of this field, so he's ready to offload this guy. He can only make it one trip back and forth, so. Yeah, a lot of the other harvesting has happened at nighttime too, which I've watched farm sim videos. They're not the worst videos to watch at night, but with the extra, call it the extra darkness of YouTube, you just really can't see enough. I think you can play the game. It doesn't, not unless it's the wee hours of the morning. It's not overly dark to not be able to play. At least not on my computer anyway. Just gotta make this turn. Under them. Let's take a look at this, see if I did better. And I can tell, I don't know how well you guys can see, but there's still a decent bit around it, and I can manually go get that, but I can tell it's better than it was. Now hopefully I didn't mess up the course too much. So this guy's ready. Get him over here chasing, and gotta take a little while, but it works out 80%, I would say, to try by chasing both of these. But once I have to run that chaff wagon over to this BGM, whatever the heck it is. It just sort of throws off the time and everything. But this guy should be able to finish up finally. So we'll have that. I can show you. I don't know. I know I mentioned that I failed a contract or a mission, whatever it was. But I did sell off the ride that I had, so I went down to 16,000. And also, I think I said that we got a higher price on canola, so I only have 2,000. I'm debating, how much canola. Might as well plant some more canola and rye. I think pretty shortly, like a day's worth of game time or something like that. We should be getting close to. I'm just going to run this over right away. I'm looking at my crone. He's only at 9%. And I forget what he had in there, 50-some%. So I want him to get up to 40%. I'll go over and I'll fill up that other wagon. So yeah, if I had to improve this situation, another bigger tipper, I think is going to be good. I've been getting by, and it's all working out, but if I increase the number of fields, and it'll just demand that much more time, this little tipper wouldn't work if I'm trying to do a grass field and the bigger fields. Getting that bigger tractor, and I think I'll try another kind of tipper and see if I don't have some better luck, climbing up and down those piles. The biggest issue I have, of course, playing grass fields is the tractor can't get through the silo. I'm full. Wheat's done, so I don't think I'm going to do too much. Like I said, I may go grab that, the windrower and start it with that. He doesn't even need to be doing that. Come over here. I don't know if I notice this little plop of barley. I got wheat in there. I don't know if it'll harvest this or not. We may. Stop driver. In that mode. Let's turn that off so we go fast. Get our pipe out. Yeah, so chaff 25%. Looking up there in the glance, at a glance mod. See if we can't pick up that little bit. Probably not this, but... if you have just a tiny bit of another kind in there, it'll let you do the opposite. So there's not going to worry about it. That is not going to make or break anything on this map. So yeah, I think we're poised to really turn the corner here. If you look at the finances, we've got 219,000, total profit for the day. We haven't bought any vehicles, but our harvest income is 237, and that's without selling any wood chips. So the reason it was high yesterday is because I sold 300,000 wood chips. A lot of times he straightens himself out, so gives it another try. Yeah, see there, let's get this guy off the field. Let's see, he gave it another try and he failed. I see that. Good job, Sometimes you surprise me. Now that we're in this tractor, let's just go. Yeah, so in my failed contract attempt to get all the way up to the grain mill, I thought about it. It's like, you know what? If I get a contract for like a lesser amount, 8,000, which is the kind of amount I think that was, I should just throw it in this tractor, this trailer. I tried to take 30,000 up there, and I ran around here, cleaned the thing. And I was all the way over by the gas station that's in town, right over by that grass field. I ran from all the way over there, and then when I got over here, I thought, damn, I need to get that thing clean, or else they're not going to let me in the door. So I cleaned it. And I thought, well, next time, you know, clean your tractors and then leave them sitting over in this main farm area. You know, so like right now, right after I clean him, I will be ready to go with a small mission. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'll be ready to go with a small mission if I get one. I always look at the tires. The tires are pretty much completely clean, so is the rest of it. So he's as clean as he's going to get. Kind of weight in front of this one. This guy's nice and shiny. They'll accept us if we get to the food place. Yeah, I noticed the power plant, it doesn't care if your tractor's dirty. But the food ones do. So for now, for the sake of here's what's ready to go. Nice and clean. And now we can head back and get ourselves a round of chaff. So this guy's at 58%, so I needed to let this up. They have the same exact size, 50,000. So you know when this guy's 100% full, he's going to fill the chaser bag. There we go. Over to the GM. Found with this little setup, I don't set the course play or the cruise control to 32. It just gets too squirrely. I just want to see something. So we're real close to be able to put a bid in on that field. It's 1,700 hours. Is get this dropped off. We'll probably end up with the ballpark of, I bet you we're going to get this one, maybe 2 more loads out of this field. Certainly one more full load and then a smaller one. So, you know, best case another 150,000. We'll have 200,000 in this silo. I'm not going to cover it because at this point, you know, once the grass grows again, I'm going to start running out of room, which is a wonderful thing. You see, I got a full-blown silage operation going here. That's for sure. Trying to dump a little bit extra in the middle versus on the ends because this tractor just does not make it up here. And there's times I've literally tried 4 or 5 times to get up on the pile once it gets real full. Max was slipping, but he made it off of there. Let's run this guy back, and then we got to get that combine off the field. Start thinking about some raking. And then the question is, do I turn that into chaff? Which I think I do, since I already brought the header. I'll get a little bit of money from that straw power plant or straw sale. Now that straw power plant, from what I understand, it doesn't give you any bonus, I don't think, over just selling it from the... And if it does, it's all pennies, kind of, relative to the amount of money I need. So I think I'll turn that into some chaff. Dump it in the silo. Might be the start of the next episode. We'll see. We've already been at it for enough to call it an episode. I'm not too concerned about the exact time of these. This guy back on outfield, and there's 120,000, so I'm willing to take my chance. And even if he comes back with a bid, I learned that I'll borrow money to buy the field if I don't have it by the time he comes back. And I'm also a little bit curious if he'll come back. What are you doing up there, buddy? Make it. It helps a lot if you put this differentials on. Alright, check there. Let's jump over to this guy. Alright, let's see about biofield 19. Waiting for an answer. So like I said, I'll see if it comes in at, or if they wait until 8 o'clock tomorrow. Great. Alright guys, well that's what I wanted to do. You pretty much saw me buy a field and set up that course play course on the grass field in town. And I'll go clean up my harvester and sort of get ready for the next round of grass, I guess, or if we get that field, I'll definitely come back and we'll talk about that. All right, or I'll come back to do that chaff of the windrow. All right, well, I'll see you guys in probably the next episode. Let's call this an episode. I'll see you in the next one. All right, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hello, guys. Nice country scene here. We're standing on top of our crone. This field's all cut. I'll show you the fields for the umpteenth time. There we go. So we're cut, nothing planted. And now we are going to hop into the crone. And what I want to do, cab's wonderful, I guess. So I want to come over to here. And if you notice, I got the little windrow sucker upper easy flow. And I'll come over to here. This is what I just got done raking with. And you can see we're on a 24 meter course, or I'm sorry, 19 meter course for the windrower. And it's lined up. I thought I'd show you this trick real quick. If I go back over to this guy and turn on his course play, you can see we have a 6 meter course set up down here. So what I'm going to do is use this little button, course from neighbor. So if you watch, I hit it and it gets to 18.9. So, obviously you could change it to 18.9 manually, but it also lines up. See this line? You barely make out the green line right ahead of the crone. But it's lined up just in the same place that guy was. So rather than having to load it or save it, if it's, something like this that might vary from time to time, you can always come along and do that. So let's see if this actually works. It's been a while since I did all this silage stuff, so I'll get this guy unfolded. Turn our GPS on. Make the course play thing open any longer. Alright, so he's ready to go. Let's switch back to the tractor. To the harvester. Did I unfold that guy? Well, he must be unfolded. Pipe. That's what I remembered. I'm old, but I guess I'm not that old yet. So there we go. Hopefully he sucks up the whole row nicely. Like I said, he should be right on the same straight line that the other guy was on. So now we're turning this windrow into chaff. So we'll have, I don't know, I guess a good amount. Looks like we've already gotten 10,000 almost. So by the time we do all these fields, we should be in pretty good shape. I'll probably just do these manually. Real point course play and all this. Sort of waiting on my guy to feed the BGM anyway. See, we're up to 457,000, so hopefully that guy comes back with a price on that field that I can live with. This one isn't, just because it's close to the trees and all. This one isn't on the price. The rest of the, just this one, the old-fashioned way, without GPS. We've already got 23,000 from two of the shortest rows. Let's turn this guy off for a second. If nothing else, it's pretty loud. And I'll just go down the other end. Excuse me. Yeah, so this is working out pretty well. It's getting me, I never really counted, but well over 500,000 every time the grass fields come right. As you can tell, we're pretty close to filled up on the grass fields at this point. Little things like this will help me even throw it over the top further. Get that little spot on it, right? He's not the greatest turner. It's either that or this trailer messes him up or something. Oh, we got it. Very good. Yeah, so I thought I'd show you guys, something slightly different. Obviously, you guys may have seen this combination before. And I think at one point, we may try the bigger, regular size crone. This is the 580. What's the other one? 1100 or something like that. So this guy's, yeah, look at that, he's almost already full. Almost 50,000. Just like the regular situation, you don't want to go over because it just starts wasting. Very conveniently, this guy waiting in the wings. So I'll take this guy down onto the BGM. And we're still in a bit of a waiting game. Haven't heard back from the guy. So the real estate office is now closed at 1800 hours, 6 o'clock at night. So we'll see what happens. See what happens if he comes back with an offer, or does it have to happen at the middle? Or in the daytime when the agent's awake. Most of the real estate agents I know didn't work. I mean, they worked normal hours, but what they had to do to sell a house, not work. A bit laggy for some reason. Extra laggy, I should say. Since I started it up, I'm not sure what's doing it. And I'm used to a little bit when that autosave kicks in. Map is taking a bit longer nowadays to, I haven't really increased the equipment all that much. Not enough to notice all this lag. Threading the needle here. One of these days I'm going to end up with a drink, I know it. So, let's see. Yeah, I want a bigger tractor. Gosh, I want a bigger tractor. So there we go. That is a working BGM. I know I already kind of said that earlier, but when you got two of them cooking and one see, look, this thing's only 33% full. This guy struggles to get up on here. Let's see. So yeah, we should we'll be in good shape by tomorrow morning. Yeah, I do this, watch this. Woohoo! Just jump up on there. It's only 33% compacted. So we got 219. We're gonna do a good dent in this, so probably empty that BGA by the time the grass grows again. But I really don't have much for a way of silage. I guess I could start storing some grass for the cattle right up here. See that? Put some grass in there. I really didn't want to go this way, did I? Not too much. The gates are a bit annoying. Yeah, not sure that there's much more to show you. Me driving back and forth. Here. Alright, so I'm going to go to this, and pretty much regardless of what happens, I guess we'll reconvene. I did decide that I'm going to probably plant these two smaller fields with canola and the field 12, a little bigger one, rye. So that way we're, re-getting some of the stuff, and I'll probably just work up or down the list. I think probably hold off a little bit on doing the too much corn. It was kind of cumbersome with the smaller cultivator. I think if I do the rye and the canola, I can plant them with the rapid seeder, which makes life a lot easier. And eventually we'll get another harvester, though I like that harvester. Just obviously it's not the world's greatest, but for for being something that's a little bit different, tracked, and it's been a good little harvester for these fields. But I'll tell you what, these fields can be converted into one big field pretty easily in the future, which I may just do. So. Alright, well, episode's going on for a bit, but I think I will come back with the purchase of that field, tell you what we decide to do over there, depending on the timing of it. We'll have this one planted already, and see if the grass grows again. No sense in showing you all of that again. And I'm not sure how much grass I can cut once I fill up that last bunker. We'll have another bunker free, but we'll see. We'll just try to keep it filled up as we can without jamming up the works. We only have one tipper at this point, so I don't want to get my tipper filled with chaff and then not be able to take advantage of it. I guess I could always use a placeable heap or something. But, we'll see. Alright. Well, I'll cut it for a second. Well, for me, for hours maybe. We'll be back when we've purchased that field. Or when we're about to purchase it. Alright. Okay, well, here I am again. And it's about 6:45 in the morning. And I have 3 full bunkers. Let's see what we got. Been fast forwarded time a little bit, so this thing eats up the silage a little faster. I'll put an F1. So 78%, that one's going to go off. This one, 63%. I bet you that guy won't even be emptied, the other one. And this one I just got done, 11%. And we have a little bit left in here to unload yet. 58,000. So we'll get a few more bucks from that. We're in good shape. There's hopefully the field price, if it comes back for field 19, is reasonable. But I want to cut the episode off here because we're going to come back and maybe do a course play. And I noticed this thing was completely full. I knew it was coming. Every time I drove, most of the times I drove by, I saw it getting more and more full. So there's only so much we could do with it, but we'll come back. So I'll see you in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. And things should start getting a little bit more varied. I have enough money now, so. Well, thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good day.